Hello and welcome to this video. Today we will draw an aluminum profile using a Cadiso template in AutoCAD, Autodesk AutoCAD. So we launch Autodesk Mechanical 2018 or any other version that you have. Now after launching new, we will use a Cadiso template and then we click open. After opening, all we need are a few settings. So these settings are right below here. You can remove them or add them. Right at the corner there is a menu bar. You can just click here and check any icon that you need to appear right below here. So let's zoom in. Now today's video we are going to draw an aluminum profile that is a 20 by 40, but we will begin by a 20 by 20, then we extend it to be a 20 by 40. So first we draw a rectangle using a command rectangle. Specify the first point 0, 0. Then the next point we will have 20 by 20, that's 20, 20. Click top. Fine. Now this rectangle will only guide us during the process, but we do not actually need it, so we'll delete it later. Now and then after that, what we'll do, we'll draw some lines here. So type in line, then we specify the first point. Just click right at the corner, pull crosshairs downwards, and then type in the length of the line, which is 5.42 for our case. Again, you click enter because we need another line right here. We click enter because the active command currently is line, so we just click enter. It tells we specify the first point as that point, pull crosshairs downwards, and then type in 5.42. Enter. We do the same down here. We do the same here again. We can either pull crosshairs towards east or towards the north. So we can use the east. Now type in 5.42. Now we need a circle at the center here. So now that we need the circles at the center, we can draw a line to guide us. Maybe a diagonal line from here to here. And then now we draw a circle. We type in circle. And then now that we need a circle at the center midpoint here, you hold down your shift key and then right click your mouse. You'll see midpoint here. Okay, click midpoint there, and you just click. The diameter of the circle is 4.2. Diameter is 4.2, but down here you see it says state the radius. So the radius is 2.1, or alternatively you can type in letter D for diameter, D. Then type in the diameter, which is 4.2. Fine. We no longer need this line. We can delete. Even this square we do not need anymore. We can delete. But then we need some other lines here. Type in line from this point towards this point. 5.42 in length. We do the same here. 5.42. We do the same here. 5.42. Then we do the same here again. Fine. Again, we need a square right at the center, and our square will measure 7.8026. A square of 7.8026 at the middle, at the center. So this square will guide us also. We may delete it later, or we may modify it. So we draw. Now we need a square right here, and our square will measure 7.8026. So we type in rectangle, and then the first corner is here, and then corner as 7.8026, 7.8026. So half of 8.026 is 3.9013. So we move it by that, or before that we can move it by simply, and let's type in script. And then our base point, we take the middle of this side as the base point. So hold down shift key and then select midpoint. So midpoint is here, and then click here. For the case of downwards, we'll have to type in manually or directly. So click move, type in move, then base point, we type anywhere as base point, then we pull it downwards, and then we key in 3.9013. So now we have our square right at its position. And then now let's chamfer our square. That's the process of modification. We can modify it. So we type in chamfer, and chamfer distance D. We specify the chamfer distance, so you type in letter D, and then chamfer distance is 1.055. Then chamfer distance 2 is the same, so just click enter. Then you can now click here, this line, and then this line. After that, now that this program remembers that's the active command currently, just click enter or space, then click here and here. We do the same here, we do the same here. Fine. After that, now we want to remove these sides, but we find that this is a polyline. So we find that this is a polyline, so we'll have to change it to be pieces of lines. So what we'll do, we'll use a command explode. So we'll explode. Now they are pieces of lines, so we can now delete this. We can now delete these ones because we do not need. Now we need some lines here running upwards. So we type in L for line. We specify that point. We just click that point as the first point, and then we key in the length of that line, which is 3.76 angle. So shift angle 45. And then we do the same on this other side. 3.76 angle 135. Very good. Now we can copy these lines. We can simply copy these lines. We use CO, type in CO for copy. Click the line, specify the base point here. Just click here and then click here. We do the same here. Now we copy the two lines here. So copy these two lines. Our base point is that point. Then click here. We do the same for these two. Our base point is here. Very good. So we draw another line here. Click here. A line of length 1.64. Then we can simply copy that line. We need it here. We need it here and also here. Then we can move the two. Move these two downwards here. We draw another line of the same length here, 1.64. We draw also here. We do the same here. Or you can simply copy and then you can move. Then upwards we need a line of length 2.375. Then we can simply copy this line because we need it. Type in CO. Take this as base point, copy it here, copy it here, copy it here. And then we move it upwards. Very good. So we need the same lines here. Of length 2.375. Then we can simply copy. Then we move. Very good. So now all the lines are in position. Now we join here and here. We join all these corners here by line. Join using line like this. We do the same here. Now I'm just clicking enter because that command is currently active, so I don't need to type in every other time line. Now we want to extend it. Now this is a 20 by 20 aluminum profile, but we are yet to make the corners round by using command fillet. So this is our 20 by 20 aluminum profile. We can now copy the wall of this on top of it so that we get a 20 by 40. So if you need to copy or to make it more larger, maybe a 20 by 60 or 20 by 80, you can just copy the wall of this because it's just the same thing. So what we do, select all this, and then we copy CO. Our base point, we can use even this corner as base point, and then we move it upwards. Right. And then we'll have to modify here. We'll have to modify this area. So we'll delete these ones. So we delete those. We draw a line here. We also delete these ones. And then we can draw some lines here. Let's draw some lines here so that they can guide us. And then we move this line towards this direction. So we move this line towards east so that it can flash here, and then we will delete these ones after we've done so. So we type in move, click the line, we select the midpoint as our base point, then we also select this midpoint. We do the same here. And then we now delete these lines, we no longer need them. Then we join here by line. Fine. Our aluminum 20 by 20 profile 20 by 40 is now ready. But before that, we make the corners a little bit round. So we use fillet of radius 1.5. Then we click the corners now. Click enter. Fine. So this is the cross section of our 20 by 40 aluminum profile. So this is a 2D representation. We need to make all this as polyline. So we convert it as polyline. All this. So you can select all of them, and then we type in join. Then you check if it's closed. If it's not, we repeat. So it's not fully closed. So we join this. So we type in again join. So it should be closed by now. Yeah, closed. Yes. If you select no, it will bring in problems when trying to extrude it to make it 3D. So we go to the next step. Let me change view to SV isometric. So now we extrude the wall of it so that it becomes 3D. So we type in extrude. Then we select all of them. Our height of extrusion is 500 for my case, or for your case you can choose any length. Now 3D is ready. But there's one last thing. So let me change view to realistic so that it can be clear. We see our aluminum profile has got no holes, it's not hollow in section. So we need to delete this, and this. We need to remove. So the way to remove it is to subtract the 3, this one, and this one from this one, from the wall block. So we use subtract sub. Then pay attention down here. Select regions to subtract from. Regions to subtract from is the whole of it. Click enter. Select regions to subtract. So we select the 3 sections we do not need. And there you go. That's our final 20 by 40 aluminum profile.